got a lot on the agenda today. I know we got a lot to yap about. I got a little bit of a video to watch and break down, and I got a new game to try out. All right, we got a lot to do today, and I'm a little bit late. Fuck a little bit. I'm a lot of bit late, but what I can tell you, some news that I think I'm late to finding out is the fact that niggas is renting PS5s. Niggas not renting houses. They not renting cars. They not renting roller skates. Why they at the roller rink? They're renting PS5s. Now the only person I could see this working for, or a type of person, is if you're like a video game tournament organizer or something like that. But you know, most of the people who engage in these practices aren't gonna be video game organizers. They're gonna be people trying to be cheap and game the system by getting a PS5 and just going, oh, I ain't gotta return it. But let's look at some of these prices for niggas that's not paying fucking a phone line rent. Niggas is paying PS5 rent. Not gonna lie, like I said, except in cases where like you're a TO, or like let's say you a event organizer and you just want to have some games there for that event, so you buy them, then whatever. But for the dumb niggas buying it, how much will it cost your dumb ass to get this? To get a digital edition, it'll cost you 11 euros a month, which is, I think all I gotta do is highlight it, which is 14, round it up, taxes and shit, $15. So for $15 a month, you can have a PS5. And let's say you only want to play one game on a PS5 and give it back, which most of them aren't. They want to play 2K and drop $100 billion on 2K. For $15 a month, you can get a digital edition of the PS5 and get the fuck off of PS4. For $15, that's how much it costs to get off of PS4. No, it's not coming to PS4. It costs a meal at, no, I was about to say McDonald's, at the deli. It costs you $15 to get a plate of food at the deli. For one day, you can forego getting food so that you can get a PS5 for the month, so you can get the hell off that damn PS4. And oh, we got some more news about PS4 later on. I think that's next probably. But if you want the disc version, a little bit more expensive, because you know they got the disc drive, they charging you a little bit more. So this one's 16. And if you want the Pro, oh, the PS5 Pro, you gotta pay 25 a month. Oh, and if for some godforsaken reason you want to use the VR2, oh, that's 23. But we'll bump the price down all the way to $8 or $9 if you want the Portal. Ooh. Again, I just wanted to bring this up because the number one thing I want to point out is that niggas is still on PS4 in 2025. Niggas is still on PS4 past 2024, and it's $15 to get a PS5 for a month, play a new game, and send it the fuck back. If you just so adamant on the fact that you don't want to buy and keep a PS5, well, keep that bitch for the month and send that motherfucker in a box and put it back. What's your excuse? I don't know. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? You could rent the PS4. You could borrow a nigga PS4. Oh wait, hold up. Renting a PS5 digital edition for 50 days in a year will cost $700 for 50 days. Now, I don't know if y'all are good at maths. I don't know if y'all big West shit, big Shaq shit, and y'all can understand quick maths. That's a real throwback meme. But if y'all can understand quick maths, but that's the PS5 itself. That's a PS5 digital. No, that's a PS5 Pro with the disc drive right now. 700 PS5 Pro with the disc drive right now, the controller, all that, for the same fucking price. And by the way, y'all can't count. 50 days is less than 60. So you're keeping the shit for less than 2 months. So if 50 days, let's see how long ago 50 days was. Search how long ago was 50 days. So in January. So if I would have got a PS5 digital edition on January 15th, 2025 and returned it today, it would have cost me $700. From January to March. I forgot. I just realized I forgot to change my calendar. But from January to March, if I would have rented a PS5 Pro, it would cost me $700 to use it for like a couple months of the year and send it the fuck back. Y'all, like, bro. Even if, it is stupid. Calendar, can you please get in a hole? Like, damn, bro, the push pin don't want to get pushed in. There we go. Took me a second. I had to lock in. But yo, this is wild to me. This is wild to me. This is wild to me that people are still making excuses for being PS poor use. Now, I'm not talking about the people who are like just using it as like a Netflix machine or a Bloodborne machine. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about people who mainly use the PS poor, and they talking about, bro, is it coming to PS poor? The PS5 has been out for half a decade. I want y'all to really let that sink in. The PS5 came out in 2025. Now I know it was hard in 2020. Now I know it was difficult to get it in 2020. So I'll give you a couple years. Let's say 2022 after, right? Let's say that technically the shit's been out for 3 years. Since 2022 to now. That's just 3 years. You telling me you couldn't save up $50 a week, $100 a week, $25 a week and get you a PS5? Anyways, I think the extra present shit is next. Oh no, Discord. Well, yeah, I saw news. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but you remember that bullshit ass X the Flopping game? I mean, not X the Flopping. Excuse me. The dog shit. Yeah, that game. They ended PS4 support. I don't know if that's on my articles later, but something else we could talk about is Discord. They're in talks to become a public company. Now, if you're not familiar with the concept of becoming a public company, that's basically where they start offering stock on the stock market and you could buy their stock and invest in their company. Now, I love using Discord. Okay? Let me put that out there. Because I don't want to just sound like a hater when I say this. I love using Discord. Okay? I really do. I truly do enjoy using Discord. I like the platform. There are bad actors on it, but the platform itself, from Nine Knowledge, is not that bad. Like, there's some people who are like super ultra nerds who will be like, Discord not letting me do is evil or blah 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 blah, whatever the fuck. But it's like the stuff that Discord doesn't let you do is so narrow and niche. It's like, bro, barely anybody gives a fuck. Like, yeah, it sucks that Discord limits are limited to 10 gigabytes unless you pay, but it's like, bro, how else they supposed to make money? Well, got the answer. Putting stocks on the stock market. Now, again, just to clarify, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you the way I think and why I think this is an awful idea to invest in. I don't invest in companies personally if I can't tell you how they make money. So, for example, I have stock in Microsoft. They make money off of Windows. I have, who else? It's like 3-4 companies. I also have stock in Google. They make money off of AdSense and ad revenue. If they don't have a major source of income, I personally don't invest in it. Because if I gotta put money in your stock, right? Even if your stock doesn't go to the moon like GameStop, if I put money in a stock, I want it to at least retain its value. Even if it never goes up, I want it to retain its value against inflation. How the fuck does Discord make money? Like, yes, there's Discord Nitro. But does Discord Nitro really make them that much money? I'm not really sure I could say yes to that. But we will see. Maybe in here, they have something that's saying, hey, we make so much money and our user base is so big that we think going public is the only way we can expand from this point. Maybe that's a situation. We gonna see. In the years since Skype got packed up, Discord has grown, blah, blah, blah. According to reports, the decision to go public follows the election of Donald Trump, leading a market that is more friendly to tech giants looking to make these type of moves. I didn't even know this shit was going to have anything to do with politics, but look. You voted for Donald Trump? I feel bad that you're a dumbass. This is who he's making laws and making way for, but we're not going to get into that. We understand there's a lot of interest around Discord's future plans. True, but we do not comment on rumors or speculation, the company said in a statement shared with Financial Times. Our focus remains on delivering the best possible experience for our users and building a strong, sustainable business. What is the business? Because like I said, the only thing I know that Discord makes money off of is Nitro. And most of the people I know that use Discord don't use Nitro. Versus like, all right, let me explain why I don't like that idea. For example, people who use Google, no matter what, are always running into ads, right? So you're always seeing ads. People who buy ads are constantly spending tons of money on ads, a fuck ton of money. That's something that mentally and monetarily I can track and make sense logistically of, okay, they make their money off of ads. People pay millions for their ads. They sell a service that people are buying. That makes sense to my brain. Or that is generating income, not necessarily that people are buying, but that generates income, and then YouTube is probably second. I don't know exactly. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I would assume that YouTube is still second. Fucking Nvidia. They sell graphics cards and computer stuff. So if you buy an Nvidia product, like mostly they make a lot of their money from like people buying their graphics card for AI stuff, but they sell computer parts. So that makes sense, because if you're building a PC, whether it's gaming PC or not, it probably has something to do with Nvidia. You got a phone, the integrated graphics chip in there probably has something to do with either Red Dragon or Nvidia. You got a gaming handheld device, Nvidia. So like a lot of stuff technologically wise, computer part wise, traces back to Nvidia. I can track where and how they make money and if it's a significant source. It's not the same case with Discord, because the only thing I could think of is Nitro. And again, everybody I know who has supported Nvidia has brought something, has paid for something. Everybody I know who uses Google has interacted with ads, which is what the ad sellers are paying for. When the last time you ever met a nigga that used Discord Nitro? Only niggas that use Discord Nitro is niggas with they room that smell like straight ass. They be in their chair smell like sweat and nasty moldy cheese, because they be sitting there, they schmegma just be sitting in the chair. And I'm not just talking about the dudes. It be some tutis too that be sitting in the crib, ass cheeks smelling like fucking cheese fish, because they just sitting there all day being a damn Discord kitten. The fuck up and go exercise or something. But yeah, to me that sounds like an awful fucking idea. I hope Discord reconsiders until they actually make a trackable source of income that's significant. But if they collapse, maybe we'll get a better platform. Speaking of platforms, we need to take away the one Neil Druckmann has. Because what do you mean, don't bet on there being a Last of Us 3? It's because like I already know everybody mine is already gonna automatically go to, oh my god, more remakes. The Last of Us 1, The Last of Us 1 PS4 remaster, The Last of Us 1, The Last of Us Part 1, The Last of Us Part 1 remaster, The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us 2 PS4, The Last of Us 2 PS4 remaster, The Last of Us PS5, The Last of Us PS5 remaster, The Last of Us PS6 remaster, Last of Us PS7, Last of Us PC port. Like, I know, I get it. We're tired of the constant ports over and over. But hopefully, he's saying we're focusing on making original IPs. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Let me cope. Let me smoke my cope. Speaking of variety, Druckmann gave a lengthy interview today. Don't give a fuck. What did he say? I was waiting for this question, he said. Wait, hold on. I was waiting for this question. I guess the only thing I would say is don't bet on there being more The Last of Us. this could be it. Of course, the question remains as to if you believe Druckmann or not. Fuck no. That franchise makes too much money for them to not at least do a part 3 and wrap it up. Naughty Dog is currently hard at work on Intergalactic. Thank God. I hope that shit is a banger incoming. Which was announced at the Game Awards last December and is likely several years away from completion given its lack of any kind of release window and the lack of gameplay we seen. We seen a nigga do this. Like, it looked cool, but the only gameplay we seen was bald-headed shorty do this. She got in her fighting stance or whatever, and the monster jumped at her, cut away. With the studio's interest firmly in space right now, there's no way the team has time for The Last of Us Part 3 anytime soon. But what about when anytime soon is done? It's entirely possible Druckmann is being coy here, or simply that he isn't willing to commit yet. The passage of time could change his response, or he could just be done with it. Who can say? I can say that shit ain't done. Because even if he don't want it to be done, remember what that Sony CEO said a while ago. He said that sometimes the higher ups will give you a chance and let you make a new IP, but what are they more likely to say yes to? A new IP, a new non-live service IP, or a sequel to an already existing game that partially markets itself because it already has a strong fan base. Okay, we're done here, pal. I'm not gonna lie. If you believe this nigga, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're 100% a goddamn idiot if you think there's not gonna be a The Last of Us 3. But something I hope that I'd be an idiot to believe is that I won't be an idiot to believe is false is the fact that allegedly the Gears of War collection will feature co-op but not PvP, claimed an insider. Now again, I tend to stay away from rumors, but I fuck with Gears of War, and I really got something to say about this. Hold on, because the way this shit is lining up is bothering me. I swear to God, Microsoft, if this is true, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem because the Gears of War story is fire. Don't get me wrong, the Gears of War story is fire. But if I can't rev up a Lancer on my DualSense and split a nigga down his beans, bones exposed, body like a Mortal Kombat fatality. If I can't run up to a nigga with a revved up Lancer on a DualSense and a nigga in half, if I can't go online and beam a nigga down walk a nigga down with a Nasher, it's up. It's up. If I can't go online and sweep a nigga down with a hammer of dawn, oh my God, bro. Y'all better watch out from dusk till dawn, because I will be outside your window waiting. What will I be waiting to do? You're gonna find out. You're gonna see. You're gonna see, but this better be a goddamn lie. This better be a lie. I better not. I better fucking not wake up one day and hear Gears of War on PS5 announced. Let's go. But it's only the story mode. I'm gonna bring you by your fucking neck, man. It's gonna be straight knuckles, hands and feet. By the way, just to clarify, I am joking. I'm not one of those weird losers. I just really love this game. I am fucking joking. Anyway, let's read on though, because I hope this shit turns out to be a lie. Because if it isn't, this is like basically they're gonna be releasing an incomplete game. Because like, sending Gears of War out to the wild on PS5 with no PvP is like shipping out a pizza with no cheese. Niggas ask for a pepperoni. Niggas ask for a meat lover's pizza, and it's just tomato sauce and meat smacked all on my pizza. Like, bro, if you don't come in and smack some cheese on top of that meat before I smack you, if this is true, that's wild. That's wild. Yesterday, new details about the Gears collection surfaced through Detective Seds on Xitter. Their post stated that the game was seemingly added to the PS Store backend, revealing new information about it. The leaker reported that the game will arrive mid-2025, August, and will not include multiplayer person versus person content. The focus will only be on the campaign. A reliable insider has now corroborated the information about the Gears collection not featuring multiplayer PvP. I hope both these niggas is wrong. I hope this is the thing that fucks with their credibility. Cause this is insane. What do you mean you're releasing Gears of War with no online? Nigga, what? Again, releasing Gears of War with no PvP is like a nigga asks you for a pizza and you just give him straight tomato sauce and bread. Like, nigga, where's the cheese? This not a pizza. I too have heard no multiplayer in the same thread. Qaptain was asked whether or not the collection would include campaign co-op, and he replied, yeah, co-op, but not PvP, is what I heard. Qaptain has stated that he is looking into the Gears collection rumors to find something concrete. In his recent YouTube video, we're not clicking that, another leaker, Extra Ones, also revealed some details about the Gears collection E-Day. Oh yeah, that's supposed to go on PS5, I think. Yeah, and the game will be available for PS5. Yeah. Oh, day one? Microsoft, you better not do no dumb shit like this. Microsoft, you better not do no dumb shit like this. Let me repeat myself. Microsoft, you better not do no dumb shit like this. But boy, this is about the worst fucking thing you could think to do, Microsoft. What the fuck do you mean you're releasing Gears of War with no PvPs? That's how you piss off a fan base. But speaking of pissed off fan bases, let's talk about the Assassin's Creed Ubisoft fan base and how apparently the enemy detection system is better, and Game Rant is here to explain how it's better. Do they have a video or is it just straight word? Okay, bet. We're reading these quotes. Fuck everything else in the article. Excuse me. Enemies will start detecting you when they have you in line of sight.
I can't believe you have a copy. Guys, we have one.
So I just look like Boo Boo the fucking fool to you. That's what's going on. I look like Boo Boo the fool. I look like an idiot. I look like a dumbass. We are on like Assassin's Creed 15. Out of like the last let me look it up. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. How many ACs? Wait, no, it's gonna think about regular ACs. And creeds are there? 13. So there's over 13 Assassin's Creed games that have been coming out since like 2009. In the last 20 whatever years, when has that ever been the case in an Assassin's Creed game? Now, I haven't played every Assassin's Creed, but I played quite a few. I played quite enough Assassin's Creed games to know, nigga, this is not the case. This is not the case. In Assassin's Creed, the last thing that will get an enemy to detect you is you being in their line of sight. So I call bullshit on this already. But you know, maybe it's time to be optimistic. Maybe this time it actually works. Maybe this time they're not bullshitting. But I doubt it, nigga. There's like, in every Assassin's Creed, if you're far enough away, they just stop seeing you. And it's not a mechanic. It's some bullshit that they're too lazy to fix. Which is fed back by a perception meter on your screen. A mechanic that was already been there. What's different about it now? You'll have a bit of time to react if the meter stays white. It's the same way it already operated, unless they changed it different from when I last played it and they just changing it back. As soon as it turns yellow, they will move to investigate the area, and if it turns red, it's too late. No. Let's pause this instrumental, because they really think I'm Boo Boo the Fool. Distance, of course, is a major factor, but your stance will affect it quite a lot. That was already the case. If you were walking by somebody versus if you were crouching trying to get by somebody, you would bring more attention crouching than walking, because walking they would just assume you're a pedestrian sometimes. For example, if you are crouched or even better in a prone position, you'll be detected a lot slower. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds like the exact same system. Time of day is also taken into consideration. So the darker it is, you'll be noticed less. You can even completely vanish in the darkest zones. Another thing to consider in Assassin's Creed Shadow is your noise. Proning is silent, okay. Crouching can make some noise, and sprinting is quite noisy. I mean, proning is new, so I'll give you a pass on proning is silent, but the other two, when an enemy hears something, they'll turn around and look. And then they'll say it must have been the wind and turn right back around. So it's something you need to manage and take into account for your approaches in gameplay. Nigga, I'm playing Yasuke and I'm going up there, everybody popping them in the head. I'm just reading this shit to see if there's anything cool enough to convince me it might be cool to play as Nawi. Whenever the fuck I get it, because I damn sure ain't getting this shit day one. If you want even more challenge, you can play with the Expert mode, where the roofs are not safe anymore and enemies can spot you. With the full music off. See, that's different. In previous Assassin's Creed, no matter what, if you on top of a roof, can't a single soul see you. Even if you standing on the edge of the roof just looking down at niggas and they're looking up, which they don't, they can literally never see you. That's actually new. Why didn't you just lead with this? Niggas started explaining a basic system that's been not working in every Assassin's Creed for the last 20 something years and the last 13 mainline Assassin's Creed. The fuck is we talking about? In this mode, you need to use prone to cut line of sight or go on the ground to use different hiding spots, stalking zones, and light and shadows at night to stay unnoticed. The thing that I'm mostly intrigued about in terms of the stealth tip is how the shadow system works. I don't know why they're talking about, besides the times they mention proning, they're talking about basic Assassin's Creed mechanics. Honestly, this is how I feel for reading this shit. Cause like no way did you just describe the basic Assassin's Creed system for like 3 paragraphs worth of talking and then in like 1 or 2 sentences explain the shit that's actually different. Like why didn't you expand on that? Something that's not getting expanded on that I was talking about earlier that I'm about to expand on now is the First Descendant ending support for PS4 and Xbox One. Now, this is funny for a variety of reasons. The thing that's not funny about it that I always like to mention is it's sad that to see stuff like this happening, because you know on the industry side, real people are losing jobs and the job market right now is not that good. But on the entertainment side, the rest of it, the parts that I find entertaining, is the fact that the First Descendant, the game that instead of marketing the game with gameplay, first off, it's a fucking looter shooter. And what do I always tell you about looter shooters? Looter shooters as a genre suck. I've never seen a good looter shooter. Nigga, I hate Destiny. Nigga, I hate Borderlands if it's not Tiny Tina's Wonderland, because that shit is entertaining. Tiny Tina is entertaining, not the gameplay. Fucking, I hate Borderlands. The flopping. I don't know, but I think I said Destiny. I'm gonna say it again just to reiterate how much I hate that shit. I hate the looter shooter genre. Nigga, looter shooters turned with what could have been a 10 out of 10 great generational run action adventure superhero game, that being Avengers 2020, into a piece of shit. It turned that game into a piece of shit. So when I say I'm wishing death to every looter shooter, I mean it, bro. I mean it. Fuck all looter shooters. Take all them bitches off the map, all right? I hate all them shits. Fuck every looter shooter. Them shits is straight boring. I've never played any variety of a looter shooter and went, oh boy, diddly do, this is fun. That shit is ass. Nigga, we could throw the Division in there. Even though the Division got better and got less looter shootery over time. By the time they did that, I didn't give a fuck. Every looter shooter shot. Every looter shooter in a box. Every looter shooter put that bitch in a package. All right, pack it up. Now, another thing I want to like add on to this before we even get into the article. I don't think y'all realize how wild and crazy this is. Okay, so if you're a little bit stupid, let me break it down nice and slow for you. Because you know, sometimes people are like not just stupid like overall, but like better word to use is ignorant. Let's say you're ignorant to the situation, ignorant to why this is fucking crazy and why this is a W in my prayers for the downfall of all looter shooters. Even though like it does affect people's jobs and that sucks, but I'm gonna make my jokes regardless because that's what I like to do. The Xbox One and the PS4 versions of the games. Usually, companies still put games on these older consoles for the simple fact that they know that there are people on these consoles that either aren't buying a new console, and are looking for something to play, or people who are fucking idiots who believe, bro, there's no difference between the PS4 and the PS5 graphics. Bro, why the PS4 games look like the PS5 games? First off, no they don't. And I hate when people say that, oh, there's no generational difference between the PS4 and the PS5. Yes, there is, nigga. Yes, there is. All these devs are so scared of losing out on money from PS4 users that they're downgrading their graphics on PS5 so more people will be willing to buy the PS4 version. Have you seen what games look like when they push the hardware to PS5? Marvel Rivals will never run on PS4. Your PS4 will blow up, transform into a goddamn space heater. Your shit going Autobots, robots in disguise into a space heater. Bro, if you a smoker, right? If you a smoker and you in the crib and you trying to light your blunt, you got your blunt in your mouth. You got your blunt in your mouth, right? You got a lighter. You like flick, 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 and you just flicking and flicking and flicking and flicking your lighter. All you need to do is go over to your PS4, put that cigarette, that blunt, whatever, at the back of the PS4, and watch that bitch inflame. Your blunt gonna be lit. Matter of fact, actually, I advise you don't do that because you might just burn the blunt out your hand. The whole blunt just gonna. Oh, I thought my shit cut off. The whole blunt just gonna explode in the flames. The shit just gonna dissipate. It's gonna instantly get burnt up. Instantly. The second you do it, beep, 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 whoosh. Ah. Now your hand hurt. You got 6-degree burns. It only go up 3 degrees. You got 6. But to go back onto that, my point in saying that is that the PS4 is a weaker console and a lot of people are stuck on this shit. Mostly because they choose to, but a lot of people are stuck on this shit. Xbox One less so, but PS4 stuck on this shit. For them to end support means they running out of money, or they're making the game look better and better and it can't run on this hardware that I can't press enough. Came out what, 13, 14, 15, 12 years ago. If these consoles were children, they would be in middle school. Okay? You're getting old, bud. You're getting old. Next on is ending. Things have petered off since Thin Steam B. Don't give a fuck. Nexon is going to keep supporting the first depressant. However, it now has announced it will be ending support for the PS4 and Xbox One players from the 19th of June, which is pretty shy of its first anniversary. The game will also be delisted from the platforms. Which also, by the way, another thing I want to add on to that. Them putting these games on a PS4 This game overall is so unprofitable. Probably. I'm just speculating here. So I could be wrong as fuck, but this is what it looks like from the outside looking in. This game is not making money to the point to where they're like, hey, we can't help the broke niggas out. We can't extend an olive branch to the broke niggas hoping they might buy some microtransactions. Because we don't realize, one, them niggas ain't buying microtransactions in the first fucking place. Because people who buy microtransactions would have wanted the latest and greatest console. So they would either have a PS5, or if they were waiting for the Pro, they would have brought a PS5 Pro. That's number one. Number two, PS4 users, they're fucking stingy. Nobody who's still hanging on and clinging on to a 12-year-old console in 2025 is making you money on your free-to-play game. It's not happening. So they realized the profits of how much it cost to keep it on PS4 versus how much they were making on PS4 was, man, flip that switch, cut the servers off. Go make another big booty character skin so we could promote it and not the game, or not the game and its gameplay. According to Nixon, it has decided to stop supporting the last generation of consoles in a bid to keep increasing player satisfaction. So if you were on the first depressant on PS4, booting your shit up, just going, just going in and edging to it. But all you had was a PS4, time to save that $50 a week, my nigga. Get yourself a PS5, pussy. The developer said it had, quote, increased the scale of the first Descendant, and this meant the team was facing difficulties maintaining the PS4 and Xbox One builds. It's looking a lot like they're saying they're finding roundabout ways to say, hey, it costs us more to keep this game up than to just spend the money and take the shit down. Those who are playing the first depressant on either PS4 or Xbox One will still be able to transfer their progress to other platforms via the first Descendant's cross-save functionality. They're not going to do that because, provided they're not like a little kid with no job, like a 10-year-old or something like that, anybody playing on PS4, anybody who's a gaming enthusiast, I mean, wouldn't be playing on PS4. They would either build a PC and play it on PC, or they would get an Xbox Series if they're like an Xbox fan like that and they prefer an Xbox or like Game Pass or something like that, or they would get a PS5, or they would just be like, you know what, I'm not a gamer like that, I don't give a fuck, I'll just keep playing Fortnite on my PS4. They don't give a fuck about the first person. They're going broke keeping that shit up. How I feel, take all the games away from these broke ass niggas. Take Fortnite, take 2K. I really just want like 2K to be taken out back, period. But take Fortnite, take fucking 2K. Like, come on, bro. Like, when it comes to not taking 2K, dog, these niggas drop thousands of dollars on their build. Thousands. You think they're not gonna pay $500-$700 for a new PS5? Okay then. On its release last year, blah blah blah, that shit we don't give a fuck about. Yeah, the first depressant, if you want to play that on PS5, I mean on PS5 that's an option, but if you want to play it on last generation hardware, PS4, nigga, you're cooked. Get that shit the fuck up out of here, which is what probably some of these other handheld companies are saying. And this I wanted to read into, but then I realized I don't give a fuck that much. This one, all right. So apparently, earlier today on Twitter, I saw that apparently there was a live action reboot plan for the Powerpuff Girls that was in production, and I managed to snatch the trailer through my own means. So wait, hold on. We're gonna do it like this. For those of y'all watching this stream live, just reload it and come back into the stream and you'll be able to watch this portion.